Welcome. This is Jane Gardner, and welcome to Solopreneur Success Strategies. Today it's Mindset Monday, and we're talking about your limiting beliefs. In order to be successful as an entrepreneur, you have to get rid of your limiting beliefs. And on Mindset Monday, we talk about mindset to start you off good for the day. And then Tuesday's all about talking about your messaging. Wednesday's all about the customer. Thursday's about things you need to know for skills. The Friday's about some freebies you might need for your business. And Saturday is systems, and Sunday is strategy. So let's get started with continuing on with our limiting beliefs of being an entrepreneur and some of the limiting beliefs that you need to get rid of. We've already given you some techniques on how to reframe your limiting beliefs, but let's continue on. Last week we talked about in having the IQ as being something that can be limiting for you in terms of being a label for yourself, which can stop you from being as successful as you could be when you start defining yourself by your IQ. And today we're going to be talking about the limiting beliefs that you might have about money as well as work. So here we go. Another key area of life where limiting beliefs hurt entrepreneurs is money and finances. When these ideas are usually originated, of course, from your family and your school through the things that they teach you as you're growing up. And of course, what the parents say to their children and what the school may talk about, as well as the society. Common limiting beliefs include things like money is the root of all evil. I don't think we have to explain why it isn't the root of all evil. Basically, money is just the exchange of a service or product to you, and it's the to receive it. So anyway, people with money have cheated to get it. Is another limiting belief that you may have grown up with. And there is never enough money might be another limiting belief for you in your life in terms of always desiring more. And you have to sacrifice if you want to buy so-and-so and such and such. So it's not possible to just buy something because you have the money. You have to sacrifice. This can be a very limiting belief in terms of stopping you from doing something, procrastinating with the understanding that it's very hard to get this thing, so why try? As well, we'll never be able to retire is another common expression when you get older. And it's not good to have such an expression, of course, because it's always possible to be able to get more money as an entrepreneur as long as you work for it. And saying you'll never be able to retire is just giving up and not even trying. So these are the type of limiting beliefs about money that people can have, especially the money is the root of all evil, can be very limiting for a lot of people in that if someone gets money, they envy them and think that they must have gotten it in some way that wasn't appropriate. Anyway, these limiting beliefs express feelings of guilt, hopelessness, or scarcity about money. Obviously, these are feelings that are not useful for an entrepreneur because an entrepreneur has to feel that there's abundance of possibilities out there in order for them to be a success, and that money is just the exchange of their success for them as an entrepreneur. Another limiting beliefs that we may have is about work and understanding what the work is. Early educational experience can play a part in shaping limiting beliefs about what work is. The current education system in most countries focuses on learning what is needed to pass an exam. It doesn't train children to become adult entrepreneurs or become freelance workers or even become a small business owner. There are usually no programs within the school to do this, although they are getting smarter about understanding that we should all have these skills and understand money as well as understand how to be an entrepreneur. As society changes, there is a lag in the education system, which is still following the old model. This old model involved working for a set period of time, doing tasks assigned to you by a boss. For this work, you receive a check for agreed upon amount. Through obeying your boss, working hard, and producing value to the company, you may then be allowed a better position or higher pay or have a bit more success. This model fundamentally clashes with the entrepreneurial mindset. In this model, workers are rewarded for obedience and their ability to minimize risk, whereas accepting risk and taking on challenges, however, are key to success as an entrepreneur. So these can be some of the limiting beliefs you can have in your life about work and what work is, as well as what money is. So you have to learn to retrain your brain to understand that money is just an exchange of your success in terms of for your product or service. And then also, of course, that you have to be willing to accept risk and obviously work for yourself as an entrepreneur and not be dependent on anyone else for your success. So for more on developing a success mindset, you can go to my ebook at http://jgtips, tips.com/smindset, which is S Mindset. So that's jgtips.com/S Mindset. And it will give you some ideas on the ways to train your brain and the exercise you can do every day in order to have the mindset of an entrepreneur rather than the mindset of an employee. So this is some of the limiting beliefs that you can have in your life. And we'll be talking further about ways that you can retrain your brain to become an entrepreneurial mindset instead of an employee mindset in the next episode. Thank you for listening. This is Jane Gardner.